Welcome everyone. Guess what? This is probably the most unique garage I've ever built, and I'm going to build it alone. Excuse me. So it's 24 below zero Fahrenheit right now outside, and there's still, the furnace has been running for quite a while, and there's still pretty good frost on the window. Doesn't even come off. So what is it, you say, that we're going to build? Hang on, because this is going to be a replica of a 24 by 24 two-car ranch-style garage. It will be to scale. It could possibly be for grandkids. I don't know. But I thought it'd be a fun series to make it so that you can see all the parts, and I can talk about them right here in the comfort of the shop. It would be the same. I'm going to scale it all out so that it's the same as a 2x4 will be the same, except for every actual inch in an actual garage, the scale will be a 1/16 of an inch. Is that 16? Is that 1/16 scale? I don't know. That's what it's going to be. So here we go. You just saw me run all of the 2x lumber through here. I used a piece of 3/4 inch pine. I think, I'm not sure how many I've got made. I won't move the fence because it's kind of hard to get that set like that. So this kind of represents a, let's see if I've got a better end. Represents a 2x4 to scale. So it's 2 inches. It's actually, it would be rough cut because it's a full 2 inch, a full 4 inch. And so I'm getting ready to go over there and cut what will be the studs. So if they're 1/16 of an inch and I want 8 feet, that's 96 inches. So it'd be 96/16 or 6 inches. So we'll go cut out. I need about 75 or 80. That's typically how many I would have in a standard two-car 24 by 24 garage. Let's go over by the saw. So I ripped out about 20 of these on the saw. They're really a little bit hard to deal with larger equipment. There's probably specialized cutting equipment for little tiny things like this. So I found when I was ripping on the table saw, it worked better to do multiples to push them through because they had a tendency to just jump all over the place. So, let's do some safety protection here. Glasses. I like my hearing muffs. They work. Okay. So I'm just going to tamp it down. I'm going to hold the small end together. So I set a stop 6 inches, which it would in scale will equal 8 feet. Really want to hang on to these. All right, here we go. First cut. Just like that. I have 15 2x4 studs, 8 foot long. Really want to hang on to it. Really want to go slow with the saw. I come up slow with the saw because it has a carbide tip, and which is a little bit wider, and sometimes it will grab wood coming up. Hey, 30 studs. 75. Okay. So that's all the studs I need to cut. I made a mark up against the fence. So when I take this off, or for the next time of use, I'll be able to put it right back there and make the same cuts for the studs. Okay, I need to square these ends off a little bit. You need to hold it really tight so it doesn't jump around when you cut. So to scale, because we're building 24 feet, we multiply that by 12 inches, and then divide that by 16 inches, which brings us to 18 inches overall length. So I'm going to cut all 4 of these at once. Just tap it on the end to get them butted up. And there's my mark. I will be careful with my fingers, just so you know. Okay, right there. Back up. Again, going slow through that cut. So we'll have to talk about this a little bit, because in real life, well, this is real life, of course. So this represents 24 feet in scale to scale. Okay, that'll make all the plates. Starting to look like a lumberyard over here. Got all our studs, top plates and bottom plates. We're going to make believe that the bottom plates are pressure treated. We always use pressure treated plates on the bottom. So these are a ½ inch shorter than these because, well, let me show you. I'm going to number these walls so I don't get confused. So again, we're going to make believe one of these is pressure treated. Sorry, I didn't rip out any PT. So this is wall 1. Then wall 2 will be shorter because when you come into the corner, you have to allow for the thickness of the lumber. So I subtracted basically 4 inches twice. So it's to scale, works out a ½ inch shorter. So this is wall 2. Then we'll go with the longer ones, wall 3 and wall 4. And as in regular construction, I always start as we're inside the what will be the garage, start with wall 4. When we're looking at the front, in the middle of the garage, looking towards where the garage doors will be, that will be wall 4. To our left will be wall 1. Behind us will be wall 2. And again, I always keep the number on the left side, and then wall 3. So if you were standing here looking out the garage doors, wall 1, wall 2, wall 3, wall 4. So these are top and bottom plates. We'll have to make some more, 2 of each of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these for the top plates to double it up for strength. Okay, so now we're going to have to mark out the plates for stud locations. That'll be the next step. Look at me, I grabbed a chair just to be comfortable. Okay, so wall 1 is exactly 18. Wall 2 is 18 inches, which equals 24 feet in scale. This is a ½ inch shorter, again, because if you see this, we're butting into that. If we were just going over it, it would be the same length, but we have to allow for that 4 inches here, as well as 4 inches over on this side. So that's why there's the big difference there. So now I'm going to mark the stud locations, and you can't mark wall 2 and 4 the same as you mark wall 1 and 3. Again, because of that 4-inch difference on each end. So I'm going to take wall 2 and wall 4 and just set them aside for a second. Wall 1 and wall 3 will be almost identical. So line it. Again, I'm trying to get the numbers on the same end. Oh, so it just worked out that 3/4 inch pine is 12/16. So that would represent the height of a header. It's 2 inches thick. So we'll be doubling that on a 2x4 wall for the garage door headers and door and window headers. Okay. This represents 24 feet. It came out to 18 inches. I know because I've done 400 garages this way, 500. There's going to be 19 studs across, one at the start and one at the finish, and the rest will all be 16 centers. So if we're 16 centers, that means every inch on this scaled out version will be a stud. So I just have to mark those 1 inch apart all the way across. So actually wall 1 is getting a door and a window. And typically I'll put the door in 3 feet, the start of the door, and it will swing into the garage towards the garage doors. So if you go 3 feet in with a 3-foot door, if you open it all the way, it won't hit the garage door, the overhead door. So that's pretty important. Okay, so 1. This is tiny. 2. Oh, my head. I'm trying to hurry for the sake of making this video not too long and boring, so I'm just going to mark it all out, and then we'll turn the camera back on. So these are walls 1 and 3. These are walls 2 and 4. You can see I just added this on to represent a plate for wall 2 and 4, because it's going to be shorter. So you couldn't start from here and mark 16 centers. You have to start from here. So this kind of just makes it more clear so you can see what's going on. And yeah, I'm going to use a speed square. I've marked these all the way across. Wall 1 is having a door here and a window over here, so I won't put marks there. There will be one at each end on all of them. Same over here. This is exactly how I would mark them out in real life. Again, I won't bore you with this. I'll mark them all out, and then I'll be right back. Okay, plates are all marked out. Let's zoom in to see that a little better. Again, you can see the plates are all numbered. Everything is 16 on center. This is wall 1. It will have a people door. This will have a window. And I just realized I marked wall 4 the same as 2, and it shouldn't have been because there's a garage door going there. I'll have to remark that. Hey, that's real life. My bad. Even scaling it out is a challenge. Okay, so I got it. That mark represents 2 feet in from here. I made a mistake and I put the mark there. Rather than erase it, I just crossed it out. The door is a 9-foot door, so that equaled 6 3/4 inches to scale. Then 1.5 inches or 2 feet, 6 3/4, and so on. So that worked out symmetrically the same. It's only has 1 window because I'm too lazy to do 2 windows. Okay, I think these are all marked out. I have not done. We'll be doing a double top plate. I have not marked that yet. Probably will wait on that. I think it's time to put walls together for realism. So normally this would be 2 wall sections. We would do them in 12-foot lengths or 11-foot 8.5, depending on which wall we're working on. This will probably be the hardest part. I'm using Titebond Quick and Thick multi-surface glue. It's supposed to dry quicker, I believe. So I'm going to start with wall 1. I'm just going to put a dab at each spot and then try to set the studs. I'm not very good at working with little tiny things here. We'll see how it goes without overdoing it, huh? The window here. I suspect this is the easy part, dabbing it on. Okay. Go grab some studs. I know this is the easy side, the easy plate. I know this is going to be hard. All right. On the job site, we actually work based on the principle of square. If it's square, if your foundation or slab is flat, plumb, level, if you use a square, in theory, everything's going to work out. So I did just put a square on here, and it looks great. Now we're making the garage door headers. I'm going to cut them both at the same time, 6 3/4 inches. One door. And we'll glue up the headers. We have the 4 wall sections built. That's the front wall as you come in where the garage doors. The other 2. We'll let the glue harden, and then we'll make a base out of something. Not sure what. Now we're going to make the base. So I've set it, it's going to be 18 inches by 18 inches when we're done. Just to give you a little picture of what it's going to be. So this is wall 1, wall 2, kind of hard trying to use these 2x4s for blocks. Okay, wall 3. And wall 4. Okay, they're just set in place roughly, but that's what it looks like. That's pretty cool. Woo! I am excited about this thing. I can honestly say I've never built a garage like this. 24 by 24. 8-foot walls, everything to scale. You'll have 2 9-foot wide by 7-foot high doors, a window, a man door over here. I'll build the trusses. That should be pretty exciting. I've made a base for it. We'll put that on, put this on the base and secure it, and just I'll probably rip out things for the plywood, rip out of a piece of pine probably. Pine works a little better than spruce. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, tap the bell, do a jig, everything else. See you later. Thanks.